What's up, everybody? Hello. Client build indeed today. Nice little client build. Nice little chill client build today. Nothing too crazy. I am pooped. Copper, thank you so much for the tier 1, man. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, spank you. Sup, how are you? I don't know. Tired. Usual shit, I guess. Kip, thank you so much for the tier 1.
Hi, my sexy mustache
Today,
man. How
thanks,
are
man.
you?
Sexy mustache man. That's too kind to you. I'm good. Today was the last day of me doing that YouTube video thing, so that has to be one of the biggest projects that I've done in so long. So I think I'm glad that I'm done it, but I'm also really excited that I'm done it. You know what I mean? It's a twofold feeling. Other than that, pretty good. What else did I do today? I didn't really do a whole hell of a lot today. I think we wanted to run some errands, but we just couldn't because of time crunches. And then after I finished all I had to do, stream title said what? It does? How about now? I changed it. So after I finished, I was just like, all right, let's just chill. So I pretty much just hung around. That's it. I didn't really do a whole lot today. No, the music is Daniel Friedel. Quick question before everything starts. Let's answer some questions today. If you guys have any weird obscure questions too, just feel free to ask. Do you think I should get a few? Should I get a few bunch of prime lenses, or one Sigma 18 to 50? Sure. I would just get the zoom. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you why. I think you should get the zoom only because the zoom lens will give you some options and see what you end up liking. What if you hate the prime lenses that you have? There's no point, because then what? Okay, for example, here's a good one. What if you buy a 35 and a 50, and then you hate both of those because you want it an 18, or a 25? So I think you should get something that's a zoom lens. Plus, it'll allow you to figure out okay, well, if you know you're shooting at 35, then you invest your money into a nice 35 as well. So I'm using a Manta, just not with Future Funk. I'm using it with Kaiju today. But yeah, I think you should. While we're answering questions, how do you unclog gutters? Like the ones on the house. Climb up on a ladder. You could use one of those little hook stick things and get it cleaned, or you could just put a glove on and just bowling gutters. I don't know. That one there's crazy. One viewer laughed my ass off, dude. Twitch stats are crazy. It's because they started cracking down on bots, so now everything's just considered a bot to them. Isn't that crazy, guys? One viewer. Everything is a bot. Really, mine still says 1. Maybe I started wrong with the 25 mil. It's fine. 25 is a difficult one. I feel like you have to learn 25. It's not quite as pick up and easy as a 35 or a 50 mil, in my humble opinion. It's not as easy. Also, what's up, Vinny? How you doing? F2.8 is going to be amazing. A great luminosity. Well, plus you get some nice nighttime shooting out of that. So I think you're going to be in a very good spot. Very, very good picking up a 2.8. We are in the Matrix. I'm not sure what we're doing. But yeah, guys. I started a new game. I played literally an hour of it. Incursion Red River. It's a Tarkov style game, a extraction shooter. It's pretty cool. It's not as like difficult. I like it. It's kind of fun. Luminosity refers to good nighttime. Is that what it means in the photographer? I'm thinking like editing terms, Omega. Like the luminosity of colors. You know what I mean? But that's interesting. I've never heard it referred to like in the camera world for that. That's cool. That's cool. I'm trying to get into making my own one-of-one custom. Sorry, it just disappeared. Just wondering how to get into the hobby or learn about the actual making of keyboards. Streams, what else? Streams, Discords are really good for that. I have some guides on my website and like how to get started and stuff like that too. So yeah, I think there's some good pieces and like you can read up on. Past that, I really do think Discord's gonna be your best friend. Discord is gonna be the absolute best. Fong says, are there any budget in-stock boards of 1.6 mil PCBs? Neo sells them. Most of the Neo stuff. Can you check my questions? I'm nervous. Let's see. Since you're taking questions, in a matchup of Irelia versus Riven on top, do you rush damage or cooldown? Damage, I think. Damage seems like the right answer. Because I think you'd rush Irelia cooldown if you're playing like bottom lane support Irelia or something. What? Hold on, is it not up? Oh, I didn't bother updating the commands today. I didn't bother. We're doing a Spyder TKL with vintage black switches. Guys, it's been a really long... honestly, the last day and a half, like I have not had any downtime at all. Today was the only day I had like an hour and a half to myself. Yesterday, after I got off, I ended up having to, me and my girlfriend, and just had a long discussion about some stuff, so... Yesterday? We didn't do the Neo 65 core yesterday. We did the Suisse. But the Neo 65 core is really nice. I really like it. Well, vintage black switches are just old stock cherry switches, basically. They're cool. I think these are going to sound nice and scratchy. Listen to this. Listen to how scratchy they sound. Isn't that a beautiful scratch, dude? Isn't that beautiful? That's it, dude. That's it, right? This is it. This is the nice scratch. So this was done with just a smidge of GS2. So I've been really liking cherry switches with GS2. These are the client springs. These are large. So I think is cherry TX cherries large? Are they 20 or 22 mil? Or are they 18? I don't remember what millimeters these are, but they're 60 grams. And then some Desky films, and like I said, GS2. L is 18. XL is 22. You're right, they do make an XL. I always forget about that. Dude, I'm actually pumped to even see this. I have never even seen the Spyder in person yet. Shall we open it? I've never seen this. Never ever. XL is 18? Wait, what? So what is L? L is 16? Oh. I don't remember. Honestly, I should know this because I did look at the springs. They're probably either 18 or 20, but you're right. They might be 16. All right, so first up in the box. Ooh. This looks really good. Really nice piece of foam, bro. Damn, that was actually like a sexy piece, dude. Damn. Now we got the PCB. Little solder PCB action. Nice. What else do we got? Some screws. Aluminum plate. Little O-ring and feet. What else do we got in this box? Ooh. Oh, my camera hates this. Ooh. The blue, the baby blue. Oh shit, that is kind of cool. Damn. Would you guys consider this a baby blue or a sky blue? I've always referred to this kind of color as a baby blue. God damn. Damn, this makes me regretty spaghetti about this. Powder blue, ice Spyder, sky baby blue. How about sky powder baby blue? What do you guys think? Ooh, this is nice. The client is going to be... over the moon with this. I don't know if they're in chat right now. Actually, let me quickly triple check the things we're doing here. Let's see. Let me go open up my things. Dude, are my allergies coming back today? I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it in like my throat and in my nose. I think they're popping back in, my allergies. Spyder TKL, here's the client. Let's see, what are we doing? We are doing 7U step caps. Perfect. Very, very nice. Very, very, very nice. This is extremely exciting. Man, you've become one of my favorite YouTube channels and streamers to watch. Good vibes, great boards. Thank you, dude. That makes me happy. I try my best. You know, me and my girlfriend we've been saying today, we watched like a little video and then we like I totally agree. It's just like life's too short, bro. You gotta maintain some happiness, not stress, you know? Trying to do all that. Sometimes it feels a bit daunting, but you gotta try. You gotta try. Just organizing myself here. Plus, he's cute as a button. Oh, please, dude. Oh, please. Let's see. Any other build notes that I should be aware of? We are good. Where are the stabs in this container here? Did I miss them? Oh, did I move them over here? One sec, guys. Let me get some stabilizers, the cherry clip-ins. Oh, I guess we're using novelty screws? You know, these should be totally great. I haven't used these in a hot minute. Oh yeah, I did remember the client saying something about these ones here. Although, I think we have to use cherry clip-ins, no? Hold on a moment. I'm just gonna use cherry clip-ins because I believe the Spyder is also O-ring too, no? Okay, we're just gonna grab some cherry clip-ins. I'm gonna put this back in the box. Cherry clip-ins. This is why I stock cherry clip-ins, baby. Just in case. The best stabilizer on planet Earth. Alrighty. So, pretty standard fare build today, so we need 5 stabs. I think the top mount sounds better. Well, it's good to have the cherry clip-ins anyways, just in case. Clip-in stabs? Yeah, clip-in stabs are the best stabs. I still think that these sound really good. Sound and feel absolutely lovely. One sec here. Knight and Type plus goaded stabs, I still think they're the easiest to mod, like hands down, period, like no questions asked. I think you can get the best sounding stabs the easiest with those 2 particular stabilizers. But I also am a firm believer that cherry clip-ins, if you know what you're doing, they can sound just as good. And you don't pay as much. They just require some more elbow grease is the word I think I'm looking for. A little elbow grease. Cherry clip-ins are just the best. I've never had stab problems and I only use them. Yeah, honestly, bro, me too. Me too, man. I only ever use these and I feel like I never have issues. Actually, let me tell you guys a quick little story. So, I ran out of space on my Mac officially today. Or last night, and I spent like an hour and a half last night, so this is after stream, trying to figure out where and what was eating up all my space. because there should be tons of room on my computer. And I was like, what the hell's going on? So I looked, and you know, I go into the storage thing, and it says there's like a bunch of photos and stuff. I'm like, well, I can just back up these. So I backed them up, and then I ended up getting like 20 gigs of space back, and I'm like, what the hell is still eating up all my space? Turns out, for whatever reason, Adobe has been, I guess for the last 2 years, whenever they have their major updates, so like the 2025 and 2024 updates, they just reinstall the program like as a separate entity. So how can I word this nicer? Instead of Adobe deleting the old program, they just like basically overlap they just install a brand new Photoshop, for example. Which kind of boggled my mind a little bit, because I was like, why though? Like, what's the point in this? I ended up freeing up like 150 gigabytes worth of space full of old Adobe programs, which was kind of low-key frustrating. I don't think there's any reason to be nice about Adobe. True, to be honest. Good old Adobe? Yeah. And I guess for the last 2 years, I've been having to deal with just missing space from my computer. It was just literally Adobe programs. So that was a little frustrating. I was a little annoyed, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was a little peeved, but it's okay. It happens, I suppose. One moment, everybody. Let me just... Shame that Adobe has almost a monopoly over the space. Dude, it's so true though, because I feel like this is a rant and I'm so sorry. Even for photo editing and stuff like that, I've tried every other application, and I kid you guys not, nothing works as nicely, unfortunately. Like, it's such a shitty thing to even say out loud. But yeah, like they do make a decent little program. I just have not had great, I guess for my workflow anyways, like my particular workflow, I still haven't had a great experience with another application, unfortunately. Unfortunately. For Photoshop, I just use Photopea. Photopea I haven't tried. But I think there's some of the generative fill, or not generative rather, the contextual fill that I think Photoshop does pretty well, that I like using Photoshop for. But I don't know. Honestly, it's kind of frustrating, man. You're right, there's no real alternatives for professionals. Anything I use that's an alternative, I still have to use Adobe in conjunction. Bro, same. I also feel that way. Dude, okay, like, for example, here's a good one. I don't use Illustrator much, but Illustrator is just really easy to use and has a lot of like really powerful features in it when I do need to use it. For Photoshop, I have to admit, like, Adobe does it the best. And then Lightroom is one of those programs where I can actually swap off of Lightroom. But you guys know how easy it is just to right click on a photo in Lightroom and hit edit in Photoshop? That one line right there, the right click and then edit in, keeps me from using any other program. And there are some extensions I found for other programs that allow you to just open a file up like that, but they're really bad and they tend to not work. So I haven't tried, or I guess maybe I haven't found or looked hard enough for like a raw file editor that allows me to do that, but it is a bit of a shame. I was curious how good this board ended up. Well, we're about to find out. We're using like some of the best switches in my opinion for this, so... Just gonna take my sweet ass time today because I have literally zero energy. Hey Alex, random question, but are the holes on the side of the mouse uncomfortable? For me, not really. I don't really think there's anything uncomfortable about having the mouse like this. This is, I don't know, for me it doesn't hurt at all, doesn't bug me at all. I think the only annoying part that some people might find about the mice is they can get dusty if you're in a dusty environment. If you have literally zero energy, how are you here? Am I really here? Maybe this is just a recording. Nah, man, honestly, dude, I just need to take a break. I need a break so bad. It's bad when I wake up and I feel like, yes, I had good sleep, but also my eyes are so fatigued from looking at a screen all day. That's like the worst part. Maybe it's just a stimulation. Little stimulation. I'm mad I ordered so many Night V3 stabs that now I do not need to buy the new V4s. Hey, you know what, man? I'm glad you got some of the stabs. I feel like night stabs are so difficult to find in stock sometimes, bro. So, silver lining, I suppose. You know? How do I yawn? I'm unable to at the moment for some reason. Have you tried yawning? Oh, 1 second. Where can I buy that lube syringe? This is from Omnitype, but also Whiplash sells their own too, called the Revolver. But either way, they both work fine. I like them great. These things are fantastic. Mohammed, how you doing, man? These things are pretty gnarly and nifty. Where does one get those night stabs? There's a bunch of vendors that have them. It's just kind of finding them in stock. I don't even know who has in stock right now. Alex is using AI to stream and reply back. He's secretly on his Steam Deck. The Steam Deck's actually right here, dude. I was playing. Look. I was literally playing while I was letting the video render because it was 15 minutes for the video to render. Oops. It was 15 minutes for the video to fully render. Oh, what the hell happened? So I was just playing. I was playing this game. Oop. I was playing some of this game here, you know? What's this called again? Jeez, I don't even remember what this is called. It is Death Must Die. So I was playing this. I gotta admit, man, it is a very smooth gameplay experience. I know these aren't graphically intensive games, but it is pretty good fun. God damn it, look what's happening. Now I want to play this. Hi, Yukina, how you doing? But I was letting it charge. Do I secretly want a Steam Deck? You know, there's a small part of me that wants to tell you just like hold up because there's a lot of new ones coming out. But dude, for $750 for a console that I feel like I've already put enough hours into this Steam Deck that I feel very satisfied with it. And I already have a few things in which like I'm going to be bringing it around with me. So when I go to novelties and when I do some other stuff, like it's coming along. So I think it's already worth the purchase, man. Also, Bear, what's up, man? Thanks for the raid. Appreciate you, dude. I got a new camera lens, so I'm really excited. Which one? For which camera, too? Damn, a Spyder? Dude, this is my first time building one. Every time I was supposed to build one, it always fell through for some reason. So this is like pretty exciting for me, too. V2 would be sick for my dad. I feel like getting a Steam Deck now for him as his main console is a little late now / end of life. I would wait. I would actually wait for the new ones to come out. I picked one up just because, dude, I have been eyeing it forever. And honestly, I just said, fuck it, I'm not waiting any longer. Let's just do it. So, but honestly, if I was a bit more patient with this, I probably would have waited. But I feel like it's still going to be some months off. Sigma 24-70? Oh, that is a... Wait, did you get the new one? Because I know there's a bunch of variations of those. Sigma makes some really good lenses, I gotta admit. They make solid stuff. Am I crazy for buying 2 tofu TKLs? No, I've been enjoying mine. I'm happy to see all the fixes. So I've been enjoying it. I just don't use it on stream because it's too big to put on stream. So I don't think Steam is even close to releasing a new Steam Deck. Maybe not, but there are tons of other new ones coming out. Like there's the Asus one, there's the Xbox one, or the Microsoft one. There's so many, dude. But I think, maybe I'm incorrect on this, I'm pretty positive SteamOS is slowly being launched to all the platforms as well. Like all the consoles. So I just think the price point and for what you get, the Steam Deck is like solid for me. Oh, I need one more. The ROG Ally? How much is the ROG Ally again? I think it was kind of expensive for what I could afford. Any silent linear switch recommendations? Yes, actually there's a new one that I used recently on the Neo 70. Shit, what was it called again? Was it the TTC Frozen switch? The WS silents are pretty good too. I think they were called TTC Frozens or something. They were pretty damn solid, man. I would maybe get one of those. Silent Frozens or something like that. Frozen something. I did end up buying the Mark II. Did a lot of research, and many said they ended up returning it and upgrading to the Mark II. It's a big boy lens, but this is the only one I need for a while. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, and I think a lot of people prefer, like that standard 24-70 for vlogging too. So I think you're going to be well prepared with that lens. You'll probably end up strictly only ever using that lens. Guaranteed. Unless you're doing macro photography, a lot of people who end up buying it, that becomes like their one and only like locked on lens forever. Honestly, I should probably buy one of those lenses too. Did I ever show you guys the lenses I ended up getting for the Sony? I ended up getting this guy, which I thought this was a really good purchase. The Tamron autofocus is pretty insane. This I got off this on eBay. So this was a pretty good little deal. 20 to 40. And then I picked up oh boy. I have to take this off. One second, I'll show you guys. It's not plugged in and stuff yet, but I also got this guy here, the 90mm. But this is probably the more used lens at the moment. But I kind of low-key wish I saved up for the 24-70 of this one and not the 20-40. That's the only like low-key wish I had when it comes down to like the choices I made for cameras. A lot of people got mad at me, but heck yeah. Or wait, heck them? Wait, why'd they get mad at you? Just because you spent too much on the lens? Honestly, do you. Have fun with it. Cameras are hella fun. True, I love my Steam Deck, but I only really use it when a blizzard comes and the power's out. Dude, I use it all the time now. The only time I didn't use it was playing shooter games. That's it. The only games I refuse to play on it is just because I suck with shooters. I'll play that on the computer, so. Where the fuck's mine? I need my over here. A lot of people get jealous or want to flex how cheap their setup is. That is something I noticed in the camera world too. It's either you're flexing how much money you spent on the camera or how little you spent. I do see that a lot too. And okay, this sounds really weird, but I actually agree with what you just said. I do find that more people that I know try to flex how little they spent. Which is crazy. But I just want to shoot photos, man. Yeah, same. A lot of people have what in the camera world they call it GAS, gear acquisition syndrome. And that's all they can think about is the gear. Although it is fun to think about gear. Just press the shutter button, bro. Absolutely. Like I said, one of my favorite cameras that I really regret selling. It's so good. If you guys ever have the opportunity to get this, I would strongly suggest getting the Ricoh GR3. But I think there's a GR4 now coming out. Dude, the size of that camera is just insane. The size is crazy on that. How do I even get money to buy a camera in the first place? Persistence. Just gotta keep saving up, man. You just gotta keep saving up. There's no real good answer to this other than just keep doing you. GR2 if you want a flash. Did the GR2 have a flash? I'm terrible with flashes. Like on-camera flashes, I'm so bad with. I've never been good with that. If I'm doing flash photography, I have to have a separate flash and I have to set it up. But I've never been good with on-camera flashes. The GR2 did have a flash. They removed it on the GR3. Yeah, I was gonna say I had a GR3 briefly, and I don't remember it. So maybe user error. Ordered a silver agar today. Thanks for showing off how much better the silver show. Dude, I think silver keyboards are top tier. Honestly, love silver keyboards. If you have a well-lit room, they just show off all the curves. I'm at a crossroads. Oh no, I want to join GB on the F140. I'm using Cyrillic quite often. Should I get an ortho or staggered board? Dude, are you good with ortho? Ortho's a fucking learning curve, dude. At least for me, it was 7 deep. Are you good? Like, have you used ortho before? I guess is my question. And are you willing to learn it? Because it is a bit of a challenge, I feel. That is the only question I can really give you here. Thoughts on the key cult number 3? If it's the one I'm thinking of, I barely remember it now. It's really nice. You're talking about, is it the, shit. It has that interesting side profile on it. I think Mike showed it off on stream. I think I saw it in person too. Yeah, it looks really cool. I like key cult stuff. It has a bit of a memory, you know, for me in the hobby, but I personally don't go too crazy. Yeah, the staircase design, that's what it was called. It looked pretty cool. All budget went to design and making the side profile. Yeah, it looks pretty expensive to machine, I'll tell you that much. It looked kind of pretty. It's a bit more of a out there take compared to the rest of Key Cult stuff. I have a Canon R5. Which one's the R5 again? Sorry, you know what? Canon is the one brand I am never familiar with. R5. Mirrorless system. Oh, this is a big boy camera. Is this mirrorless? Jeez. I don't know why I thought this looked like a DSLR. No way this is mirrorless. It is mirrorless, damn. Canon stuff is... I mean, damn, this is a big boy camera for real. It's just on sale right now, but geez. Yeah, they do make bulky cameras, huh? I've only ever had one when I was like little, so... Like the very first Rebel XTI, I think, or whatever. The very first Rebel series camera. But I will say, I have seen photos, like raw files of Canon stuff, and Canon does do really good with their image IQ, I could say. I do like it out of the camera. I still think, as much as I... You know, I'm starting to rekindle my love for Sony, but I still think they have some of the worst photo, like, JPEGs in the game, bro. They're so bad. Their raw files are great, though, but they do take a lot of extra tweaking compared to other brands. Nikon stonks going up again? I heard good things about the new Nikon stuff. There's the Hasselblad just announced, well, I don't know if it got leaked or they announced it, but their new camera's coming out soon. Some crazy stuff. I love Sony for video and Canon for video. Or sorry, Canon for photos. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to shoot with Sony again, like photo-wise. Hence why I got the FX30. But yeah, I don't have any other plans on ever shooting Sony photos. Alright. I'm going to tune these now. All major camera brands are good at the moment. Yeah, I hate how there's still elitism in the space over brands. I don't know if they... I kind of disagree a little bit, KJ. Do you find there's still elitism? I feel like there's just such a... there's such a demand right now, hear me out, for out of camera, why is my thing switching? Out of camera experience. I don't think people want to edit anymore. The majority of like regular consumers want to edit. I think a lot of people are kind of just battling for like the best JPEG. Which I still gotta say the best JPEGs that I've seen come from Fuji, unfortunately, as much as I am despising what Fuji has become as of recent. But most RAW files are decent. I am finding that a lot of the cameras have their strengths, but some of them still have glaring weaknesses. The best JPEGs I've seen are those.
Finally able to catch a stream.
What's up,
it's been like 6 months.
Thanks, man. Thank you so much, dude. But here's an interesting. The Nikon hate is pretty forced. Well, you know why? Okay, coming from someone who actually shot Nikon professionally for many years, I kind of understand why people sometimes hate Nikon. They were so stagnant for so many years, and I will admit their new shit's really cool. And I had the chance to look at some of it in person when I went to the camera store, and it was amazing. But they were pretty stagnant for a long, long time, unfortunately. But I still have friends who shoot Nikon and still use Nikon bodies from way back when. Like, they're still using, like, the 850, which is crazy that people are still using that camera body. But still, test of time. But here's an interesting one for you, too. I had a Fuji GFX system, which uses that 100 megapixel sensor that is made by Sony. I hated all the photos that came out of that. I never liked shooting with it, and I remember regretting buying the camera. Here's kind of like the contradictory part where maybe I can be like, some cameras are a bit different, and some brands are kind of ahead of the curve. The Hasselblad uses the exact literal sensor, and their color science just helps with my workflow. Like, technically, when I did have both cameras at once, because I did own them both at the same time, I shot the same thing, and you can edit both of them to be exactly the same for the most part. But workflow-wise, it was just interesting to see how one manufacturer, one brand, kind of IQ'd their sensor versus the other brand. So I just think that it's kind of like keyboard stabilizers, and maybe in a little way. You just have to put some more elbow grease into certain brands. But great stream to start the morning. What's up? I like your comment. How you doing, bro? But for the most part, I think a lot of cameras are really good these days. Hell, I've seen some crazy photographers who just use their cell phones now. Absolutely insane photos. Where do I get these syringes from? This one here is from Mino Keys. And actually, the syringe tip that Mino Keys gives you is actually way nicer, but I dropped it and bent it, so. Okay, let's put this on now. Ooh, even the plate has like a little Plyworks. That is a cute touch. Ooh. Which one, ain't it? Of course you bent it? What? I bent what now? But you know what? To actually give KJ some credit, I do see a lot of people like just almost violently but blindly hate Nikon for some weird reason. I don't know why. I don't know why people treat Nikon so badly. But again, as someone who shot with them and unfortunately had to give up shooting with them because they just weren't keeping up with the times, like, but they've really, like I said, they've kind of come back though. I don't really understand why people despise them so much. All right, time to pop in some switches. Oh, dude, Gingy, I don't even want to think about that, man. Honestly, that day, that pissed me off, dude. Honestly, shocking the picture quality you can get today with minimal photography knowledge. You know what's really crazy to me? The crazy photos that people get with the Fuji cameras. I think those have become almost foolproof for a lot of people. As long as you have a good eye, just having those recipes preset for people are like literally insane. Do I have to, am I gonna have to like solder one or two of these in? Maybe I will. Okay, maybe we'll have to do that. Also, unfortunately, as per the usual with vintage cherry switches, the legs are a little bit terrible right now. But, you know, we gotta get that beautiful, beautiful vintage scratch here. Give us the recipe on this batch. So these are done with GS2. Now, this batch of... Okay, so before I tell you guys the rest, which actually... They're TX 60 gram L springs and Desky films. These actually had some stock lubricant, or I guess, I don't know if someone else tried to mod these prior to this, but there was a small bit of lubricant already put on there, but it wasn't any lubricant that I'm like familiar with. It almost felt like someone tried to lube this with dielectric grease. Because that's what it kind of reminded me of when we were going through the switches, me and my girlfriend, because she was helping me open some of these. But kind of weird. So these did need to be cleaned first, but it was only on the side of the rails, which I didn't really understand. And if it was a grease or a lubricant of some sort, it dried up. Like it was drying up, rather. Because some of it I did see looked like when dielectric grease kind of like cracks a little bit, you know? But it was weird. Very, very weird. Somebody messed them up before. Cherry never lube switches other than click jackets or MX whites back in the day. Yeah, no, for sure. That's why someone had to have tried to do something with these prior, but I just don't know what was done. But they did have to like slightly clean these. Obsidian released the plate files? Good for them, bro. I honestly hope that keyboard sells out. Maybe the switch is no good. I hope you guys know that like when I was talking to the Obsidian people originally, I gotta hand it to them, man. They are so happy, and like you can really tell when a keyboard's gonna be good when someone's so passionate about what they're doing and eager to fix things and all that. So it was really nice to work on that project with them. No, the Manta's actually built with oh geez, I can't remember what switches these are. Miku switches or something like that. They're HMX of some sort. Or I think Keygeek. Actually, I can't remember. I have to look it up. But they're long poles, I believe. They're really, honestly, they're so fucking nice. I've been loving this Manta build. It is so good. Manta, let's go. Yeah, Orange Boy switches. That's what they are. Orange Boy switches. Were they Keygeek or HMX? You're definitely getting the Labradite board. Looks insane. It's so pretty, bro. Can I get you some mounts for your lights in the back? I send you a DM about them. I can get you some mounts for lights. Oh, really? Damn. Wait, that's so kind of you. When did you send it to me today? I can make them? Did you... Sorry, McDouble, where did you send it to me? I don't even see a DM. Maybe it's not popping up for me? But hell yeah, man, I would love to talk to you about that. I kind of wanted some mounts for those to hang them from the pole that I have. Can we get a zoom in on the soldering? Absolutely. Give me one moment, because I actually want to just double check with the client too to see if they want a mil-max spacebar. Let me just ask them really quick. Oh, too far out. Here we go. Time to sleep. Gotta work tomorrow. Good night, KB. Love you, buddy. What the hell's going on here? Can we get a zoom in on Alex? Unfortunately, I can't do that, so that camera is a fixed lens. Software zoom? We could technically do that. But there is the soldering. I think this is pretty ideal when it comes to, if you guys plan on soldering, just kind of aim for pyramids like this. Simple as that. Pretty standard fare here. Alright. Let's pop in some more switches now that I soldered in our corners. I work in Boston. I do not hear... My real name is Alan. I live in Moscow. Or Moscow are you, but work in Boston. I do not hear this name around much. Is it common in Canada? Alan? That's a really interesting question. I know 2 Allens. Or knew. I don't really talk to them much anymore. One was an old coworker, and one was... Actually, technically both were old coworkers. I wouldn't say it's exactly like... Fuck, I don't even know. I honestly don't know. I'm terrible with name stuff. Is Alan a common name? I have no idea. I feel like it is. You know what's weird? I know like 1 John, bro. Isn't that crazy? Do you think Kaiju goes better with the orange PC Manta or copper version? I think it would go better with the orange PC. The version seems too orangey as compared to what... I think it'll look way nicer with orange PC than the copper version. Because you can use the accents of the tangerine to kind of pair with the orange of the keycap set. But if you really want to go with something a bit more neutral, then maybe you just go with the copper version. But I also just think you'll probably like the aluminum version more. Just found out new tech on... What the hell are you talking about, Annette? Annette, what the fuck are you talking about right now? Adam, prepare the ban button. Prepare it. We'll give him a chance to explain himself right now. We'll give him a chance, bro. What is this guy talking about, dude? Why is Annette always being a menace? That's a fucking great question. I have no clue, dude. Have I been dual streaming for a while? A little while now. Dude, I bet Annette is just... Adam is hella excited to ban right now. I'm waiting. I'm gonna give him 5 minutes for the explanation, and then Adam can have at it, bro. Alex, my boy. What's up, Dazzle? He's writing a novella? Maybe. The silence is deafening from Annette? It's kind of interesting. Like, I'm low-key confused, but... Annette, if you pay, use your card and pay it... BJ's the store. Oh, bro. He did that on purpose. 100%. He did that on purpose. He did that on purpose, bro. He's probably laughing his ass off right now, dude. God, these pins are fucking awful on these switches. Thank you. You know what, Adam? Band bait? Yeah, I agree, bro. I agree. This freaking guy, dude. Hashtag free in it? That's crazy, Pocket. That's crazy. Adam blocked the term ban Adam. That's crazy, dude. Aldi's? Do we have Aldi's in Canada? I don't think we do. Pretty positive we don't. Oh, we're gonna do a Milmax spacebar. Lovely. I do love a Milmax spacebar. That bent the pin. God, these actually just come right out. Jesus Christ, these switches are old. I have to admit, this was a pretty rough batch of vintage switches. In like a good way, but also a bad way. I will be at Keybay tomorrow. So, in case you guys are curious and live in Toronto, or I guess the general Toronto area, I should say, I will be at Keybay, their physical store, tomorrow. And I will be... Hold on one sec. This is a very distorted pin. I will bring either one or two of the mantas. And it can be like a little manta day. Keybay Tech is one of the vendors for them. So he asked if I wanted to come and bring... Hold on one second. Adam, do we ban Annette for 1 minute again? What do we do here? Adam is number one mod at the moment because he's the only one here. There it is. There it is, dude. But yes, I will be at Keybay Tech's store with the Mantis. If you guys want to come and just chill, and I don't know if I'm going to be there for very long. Probably like 2 or 3 hours. But if you guys wanted to come and take a look at the Manta, if you guys were on the fence, or I don't know, if you just want to see it in person. So... Wow, I'm so sorry I disrespected you like that. For what, Elkwon? Oh, Avo. Is Avo here? I didn't see Avo. Is he here still? You missed a switch over there? God damn it. Avo will just remove my terms? What in the world? Hi, Avo. I didn't even realize you were here right now. Mod leave? Alright, Adam's number 2 mod since Avo's here. Didn't realize. That's on me. That's kind of on me, though. Whoa. Alright, listen up. Adam, you're lucky you're even a mod at all, alright? That shit should have been gone 3 or 4 days ago. Remember that. True? Hashtag down with Adam. Chozo's number 1. Chozo is a busy boy these days. Love that guy, but he is definitely living it up, and I'm proud of him. He's the OG mod. We really gotta take our time so we don't bend pins. I don't want no bent pins up in here. None at all. Although, we might have to still solder in a few more. Actually, I'm gonna do that now. As we put in some stuff here. It's a supermarket franchise. You know, I don't think it exists here in Canada, and it. So, I think our confusion is justified. I think that is only an American thing. Did you watch Severance? No, I haven't. I didn't watch anything last night. Last night, I think I told you guys I was going to watch something, and then I ended up not watching anything at all. I just went straight to hang out with my girlfriend for a bit. And then we had, we were talking to another friend, and then it was just a long night just full of chit-chatting and catching up and all that stuff, so. It actually does exist. There's a BJ's here in Canada? Are you sure? I don't think we have Sam's Club here in Canada, do we? I'm pretty positive. I don't think I've ever seen one. I think it's just Costco, no? Unless we do have Sam's Club, then I'm very wrong. But I thought we just had Costco here. Dude, Alien Earth is absolutely insane. It is so damn good. Sam's is so good. I don't think we do. I mean, I could be wrong. I just have never seen one. Or maybe I have seen one, I'm just misremembering. Does not operate in Canada according to Google AI Overview. I don't care enough to read further. Thanks, Adam. Appreciate you, man. Hydrate. Got you guys. Anyone know how to fix a solderable PCB with a pin/sleeve? Wait, where the pin/sleeve the switch pins go into, it's soldered, they got ripped out. You'll have to hand wire it. Alternatively, you could also try putting a Milmax socket in it. Believe it or not, I've actually fixed a whole bunch of ripped out pads like that by just sticking a Milmax and then kind of creating a new pad, so to speak. As long as the trace is still very close to the contact pad, you could connect it. Technically, it's possible. But it's probably easier just to hand wire it. It is very, very fixable though. It just won't look as pretty as it once was. Oh my goodness, these pins are fucked up. What should I do if my new key that I received, the arrow keys, are not working? What brand is it? I would definitely go back to the vendor. That 100% I would do. Ooh, stomach growling. We didn't have much food today. I'm kind of like, I'm gonna make popcorn after this. And then I'm actually gonna go watch a movie. But I don't know what movie I'm gonna watch. Or maybe I'll finish watching an anime. Compliment for El Kwan? Or maybe I'll share a bowl of popcorn with the man El Kwan. El Kwan, I hope you're having a great day today. You are the pep in my step. All right? Love you, buddy. Did I watch F1 yet? Is it on streaming services where I don't have to buy it? And I don't mean the legal download. I mean actual just like, can I watch it on a streaming service? Can we hold hands in the bowl? In the bowl? I mean, sure, why not? It just came out on streaming? Which platform? Now, mind you, I only have like 2, so. We went to the SF meetup today. They gave away a Mode Encore Series 3 and a Key Cult Zero. Damn. I'll have a write-up on the Encore soon for you guys too. But did you guys get to try the Series 3? Not that it's much different from the other Encores, but it's very pretty. Is Pocket KB still active in the community? I'm not sure. Do I have them on my vendor list? If they're a vendor? I'm not sure if they are a vendor. Fantastic board and fantastic people. Was Matthew there too? Dude, honestly, everyone from Mode is great. Everyone from Mode is absolutely fantastic. I can check Apple TV. Honestly, I'd watch F1. I feel like that'd be a fun watch tonight. All right, so let's also get Milmax sockets prepped for this board today. Let me go with those. we'll use the really thin ones, like the extremely small ones that I only use for spacebars. These are 305-0 or 1, the really shallow ones. I hate using these, but you know what? We're gonna use them today. -0s, that's what they are. I only use them for special occasions. All right. I was overwhelmed by the amount of people and remembered 0 names. Hey, you know what, man? I get you. Honestly, I fucking get it, dude. Alright, let's solder those 2 in. Why is today a special occasion? Because I'm actually not sure how much space under this board there is. And soldered. Look how small these Milmax sockets are. Look at that. Crazy, huh? So shallow. Now to line this up. Oh. The pin's already bent. Dude, these pins are driving me up the walls today. You gotta find like a good one where the pins aren't like destroyed and completely bent out of place. We have to find one good one here.
Hi, hi.
Hello, hello. How are you? Make sure it's good sounding too. Yeah, for sure. Also, thank you for being here, Koala. Oh my god. Are these just not going in nicely? What's going on with this? There might be too much residue on some of the solder. You know what though? I have some other vintage switches that don't have solder on them, so I might just switch a vintage switch out here. Because these are not very fun to put in right now. Can I put in a different switch just for the sake of talking? Let's put a regular MX2A in just for the sake of trying. Wipe with some braid. I might have to do that. Yeah, these go in fine. Alright, so it's definitely the pins here. Alright, let's see. Let's see if I can get this cleaned up. The Spyder TKL is stunning. It is pretty nice. It is pretty nice. Did you see the clip-in switches? They've been around for a little while, I think. Like, I'm pretty sure. They're nothing like too crazy new. Yeah, there we go. Just required some extra TLC. Maybe had to loosen up the pins a little bit. Make sure it turned out nice. Perfect. Alright, now we can solder everything else in. Is bikini plate just the top and bottom row? Yes. Typically on bikini plates, it's just the top and bottom row. Why, using a bikini plate? For what keyboard? Bikini plates are kind of cool. One thing vintage switches are a little annoying with. Some of them are well, most of them I think are 3-pin. Oh boy. And there's a bent pin there. Actually, there's 2 bent pins in this top one. We shall fix. Annoying bent pins of vintage switches. What are these switches? They are vintage cherry switches. I am not sure the year and all that. If the owner ends up popping into chat today, they're just a little busy. Maybe they can fill us in, but I am honestly not sure. Alright, now we can start soldering. Those are Gatoron Milky Yellows. Adam is the owner. My bad. Good day for Keeb Entertainment. Happy Sunday. Hi, Joanne. How you doing? Hello, hello. Hope everyone's having a good Saturday / whatever day it is in your time zone. Do we know what switches or keycaps we're going to use for this, guys? Any votes? I did see someone say that they wanted to use a beige set for this. Beige would be pretty nice. DJ, thank you so much for 33 months.
33 months with the best streamer on the platform.
That's very kind of you, man. I really appreciate that. Extremely kind of you to say. Another bent pin here. Let's fix that. Any chance of testing Gatoron lanes? Not that I know of right now. I think I was supposed to get a set, but they sold out. Apparently a silent clicky. Yeah, here's the thing. I don't know even what I tested on. Because I don't think a lot of people would want that on the prototype builds. So I'd have to wait for a personal build or just someone's build for that wants them. So that might be a tough one to actually test. So I think the majority of people would prefer something else. And if it doesn't sound good on the keyboard, then I would have to redo the entire keyboard. Can you throw the board on a wall to see if it crawls? What am I doing? To see if it's a spider? Damn. Dude, everyone's been posting so many of those new Spider-Man teasers and like leaks that I feel like I'm getting kind of annoyed reading some of the leaks for the new Spider-Man movie. But they're just kind of everywhere on my social media feeds. I don't know why people spoil things for themselves. I don't get the fun in it, man. Yeah, I don't want to spoil it for you guys. I really don't get the fun of it, you know? I went dark once they showed the suit. Too much info. Yeah. I had something else get leaked that I saw a post for. And, like, I don't know why. I don't even know why I read it, bro. Honestly, I don't even know why. But I got so pissed off. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Does he say it's Spydering time? His team up with Morbius got leaked, bro. It's crazy. They're Morbin and Spudin, you know? It's crazy. No way. The Morbius first? I'm Morbin out. My mother openly asked for spoilers. She's never been able to aptly explain to me why she does this. I wonder why. Like, I truly wonder if it's just like, is it an impatience thing? I'm genuinely curious. Absolute cinema. I remember watching Morbius the first time and thinking to myself, there's no way it could be this bad like everyone else is saying, right? And then I watched it and I remember thinking to myself, damn, but why though? We were... What's going on here? We were trying to show our buddy the trailer to a movie and it spoiled the whole thing. Spoilers everywhere. Well, trailers are another whole thing that I sometimes despise. They're so bad these days. They just tell you the whole plot line and then you just kind of go into the movie to fill in the gaps. Just the fact this movie will have poor empty bank account Spider-Man in the uniform already making me want to watch it. Yeah, and that Morbius is in it is crazy. Annie, did you see the leak of where Neo pops into the Spider-Man universe as well? Did you see that leak? Alex was in set, he knows? Yeah. Keanu Reeves in the Marvel train is wild. Yeah, it's a team up between him, Neo, and Morbius for the new Spider-Man. And John Wick? How is that possible? Neo, John Wick, and Constantine show up, and then John Wick looks into the camera and goes, "It's Morbin time." You know, he goes, "Some people keep asking me what time it is, and I think it's Morbin time." That's what he says. Multiverse? Alex, we posted pics from the meetup. I saw some of the pics. It's just Greg. Honestly, it looks like a really good time, though. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm kind of jealous. I want to go to a big meetup. And they all turn into Power Rangers. God damn, brother. The Power Rangers is wild. Then Batman comes out of the shadows? Which Batman, though? We gotta know. Is it broken? Give me one moment, guys. I think my soldering iron is getting to a point where it actually might be broken here. Rut-row? Yeah, it's I mean, I've been thinking that this is gonna happen for a little while now. Then Martin Scorsese comes out and says cinema. It's still maintaining its temperature right now, but I feel like it's not as fast as it once was. Or, I don't know. You know what? Maybe it is time for a new one. I've been using this literally steady for almost 5 years, so... I'll see if I can fix it tonight, though, because I'll be kind of heartbroken if I can't fix this. The tip is fairly new. I got it half a year ago, not even. You need, you're going to need a solder iron to fix that soldering iron. Dude, that would be hilarious. And a bit sad at the same time. I think I would be sad. Heard that helps? Bro, I don't even want to read that sentence. Adam? Where's Adam, bro? Just use your fingers to solder. They're already hot enough. Damn, that's really kind of you. Damn, El Quan just got timed out for no reason at all. That is crazy as fuck. Guys, we're all pretty goofy here, huh? What happened? Not bad. You might also want to reset it. Attempting it thrown off and that fixes it. I had the same issue where it just didn't seem... Yeah, dude, honestly, I feel like... Okay. I feel like at one point with this soldering iron, I had to bump it up to... It's at 340 now. I used to solder at 320. And I will say that I feel like... Maybe it's like a calibration problem or something. But I feel like 340 doesn't feel like 340 anymore. I really feel like it doesn't feel like 340. By the way, I had a really good idea last night. If you guys are interested in hearing my idea. You guys want to hear my idea? Have you tested the new Wooting 80HE? Not yet. I have all the parts for it. I just have to build it. No thoughts, only keyboards? Oh, okay. Wait, how do I'll find the button combo for you? Give me 1 sec. Yeah, absolutely. That'd be great. I didn't even know there was a button combo to reset the damn thing. Okay, here is my idea. Here is my idea. Everyone pause. I was thinking, at the end of the year, someone has to remind me about this because I'm going to freaking forget here. We're going to host the very first Keyboard Viewer Awards, where the awards go to viewers in chat for something they did. I just need to figure out maybe like 5 categories, and then we'll give 5 people keyboards. What do I win? I'll think of something funny, and then we'll all vote. Adam and Annette most annoying. Adam kidnapped my dog, so he is disqualified. That's crazy, bro. Who makes the best burger? I won already. McDouble with cheese, no onions? I mean, I like onions on my burger, but bro, honestly, I'll take a McDouble right now. That sounds pretty lit. Let's see this. Reset back to factory. I had no fucking idea this was a thing. Okay, that's good to know. I'm gonna do that tonight. That is good to know. No idea. I literally thought that I was just screwed. I never even thought to look up, like, how do I reset my soldering iron thing? Beat me to it? Yep, that's what I was talking about. Damn, how did you stumble upon that, Rob? Or did you already, like, have the knowledge for this and you just kind of said, let's just try it out? Might as well pick up a pine saw as a backup. I do need a new backup one. I really do. The only backup soldering iron I had, I gave to my dad. So I don't have a backup iron now. I would love to one day pick up one of those like crazy soldering iron sets. I dropped by for an Alexotos gaming stream. Why are we building a keyboard? Honestly, I don't know. Really good question. Why are we building a keyboard? Everyone likes the gaming streams. Next short keyboard build, I'm playing games on stream with you guys. The next time it happens, I'm doing games. All right. With us? Yeah. What we running? I'll probably just play some more Terra Obscura. Expedition 33. Or we could do Night Rain. Although I don't know how good I'll be with Night Rain on the Steam Deck. I don't feel like that. I feel like I'm better with mouse and keyboard. Because I did try to play Elden Ring with a controller and I sucked at it. So, where's my screwdriver kit? All right. Wait, Adam, you play Tarkov? Get out of town. Get out of town. Ain't no way this guy plays Tarkov. Used to play it a lot more. Damn. Remind me, what's this? New Year's? Oh, is this for the thing there? What switches are we using today? Vintage cherry switches today. I'm so excited to hear this Spyder. I am too. I don't even know what to expect, to be honest. I really don't know what to expect out of this. Alex, did you see that Tarkov is supposedly hitting 1.0 later this year? I call it cap, bro. X to doubt easy. If they do release it, it's going to be more problematic than the beta. 110%. There we go. Gotcha. Alright. Let's put the daughter board in. I do have Shoko. I think I have Shoko, right? Or maybe I don't. I thought I had Shoko. I don't know what we're going to use. I saw someone say Mizu earlier, but do we want Mizu? What bit is this? Evil Eye? Evil Eye could be nice. I'm actually kind of down for Evil Eye. Alex, watch that clip. I'm Adam pilled right now, alright, dude? Adam, I'm so into Adam right now, dude. He's a great guy. That wasn't me, bro. Are you sure I said that? Anything but Mizu personally? Too much blue? Stream title Obscuras today, and you just played Claire of 33 with a board with Obscuras. Honestly, what a great theme we're doing. Voice cloning is so scary. Yeah, and that was like the video to go with it. That's AI, bro. Crazy. I don't have a Spotify playlist. I use a program, well, an application called, or a service rather, I should say, called Epidemic Sounds, and I just play their lo-fi station. It's been pretty cozy. Okay, what are we trying first though? O-ring or top mount? I kind of feel like O-ring first. I don't know. That's a good question, Adam. I honestly, I don't know. What was the point of that clip? Did I say you had a good question? You have lots of good questions. I don't know. That's a good question. Oh shit, it's playing again. Fuck. Let's get out of here. Where's my music? I would have a clip whenever you were nice to me. Just get out of here, bro. Yeah, let's do O-ring first, just because it's easier to take apart afterwards. Was there a diffuser for this, or is there already a diffuser in there? Or is this even a diffuser? Is this just a little... this is a big diffuser. Okay, we're good. God, this O-ring is tough. Got the O-ring. Let's plug this guy in. Yeah, I see the big ass diffuser. It was already installed. All right, so we look good. I don't know what to expect out of this. Again, because I've never actually even heard any of the Spyder TKL sound tests. Unmod Adam sending Trojans in chat? Is that true? Confirm or deny? One last clip. Trust? Okay, send it, send it, send it. Go watch? Send it again, send it again. I don't want to scroll up. I'm too lazy. I already did? Send it again, send it again. I'm too lazy. Send it one more time, send it one more time. Send it one more time, send it one more time. Elquan type something is not at the bottom. I'm too lazy. Send it one more time, send it one more time. Thanks, Adam. Thanks, Adam. Thanks, Adam. Oh, add click something. I'm joking. I got it. You're so mean to me. I miss Adam. He's less mean. I said Adam's less mean? I don't remember that, bro. I don't remember that. That didn't happen. That's a lie. Fake news? I agree. That might be a bit fake. It might be fake news. Oh, wrong way. Isolated top mount keyboards? I think they can be great. A lot of mounts can be great. The only mount that can't be great is integrated plate. That is the only mount that actually sucks. But a lot of mounting systems can be fantastic. What are we putting on this? What are we doing? So nice.
Hooray, D.
Dude, Rainbow, thank you so much. I appreciate the Prime. Thank you, man. Do we want to do a poll? Why does integrated plate always suck? It's just seriously a terrible way to mount a keyboard. It's gonna have resonance no matter what you do. Poll. Okay, so polls for keycaps. We'll do Evil Eye, which I actually like the idea of using Evil Eye. We could try. I think Pacific's on something. I need to go figure out what it is. And then yeah, we can do Concrete maybe. I don't know. We'll just do those. Whatever you guys pick. Oh, a poll's already active. Who did that? Report this poll. What the fuck? Was this Adam? Did Adam abuse his power? That's interesting. All right, just type 1 in chat if you guys want Evil Eye. 2 if you... Okay, he can end it? Damn, it already ended? I didn't even know you can finish him up, poll like that. All right, I'm going to do a new poll. Never mind. Hold on. Keycaps. Evil Eye. What else did I say I was going to do? Concrete. And... What was the last one? Evil Eye, Concrete. I don't think I have Shoko. Oh, Pacific. We'll just do between those 3. I spelt this wrong. Pacific. Go for it, guys. Soju would be interesting on this too, but it's okay. We'll use this for now. Evil Eye? Ew, I like the idea of maybe Evil Eye. I do like the idea of potentially Evil Eye. It is a nice set. It might not be the perfect blue for it, but I do think it would look good. Nice autofocus. Did it go crazy? He doesn't like... What was your suggestion? Sorry, Elkwon, what was it? Firefly? Okay, actually, I have to deny that one there because it's on my Suisse, and after pulling it out of storage now and using it, I kind of want to keep using it with Firefly on it. So I gotta say, unfortunately, pass on that one because I like the way that looks on the current keyboard. This guy, I think this look cool. I'm game for this set. Although, where's the spacebar? Oh my god. Where's my Evil Eye spacebar? Oh, they're hiding somewhere over here. I know it. Oh, there it is. I think this is it. Oh, no, this is definitely not it. Did I put it on another keyboard? Dream is dead? No, it's not dead. It's not dead. They're both the damn spacebars for this. They're just white spacebars, right? Is this it? No, it's not it. Two Ghosts, thank you so much. I appreciate it, man.
Shot, would anyone be willing to sell a set of 3U Future Funk space bars?
I sadly don't have that, my friend. I wish I did. Wait a second. Where is... Where is my Evil Eye space bars? Why are they both missing out of here? That is so random. You do you, Alex. You build it and it will be fine. Yeah, I'm not stressing. We all good no matter what we pick here. I think that's it. Weird. Why is it out of the box? I have no clue. I think that's it, is it? No, that's a different space bar here. Sorry, it's been 2 weeks since my last meal. You're all good, bro. I forgive you. You're all good, my friend. I think that might be it then. This one. Oh no, this is definitely not. This is a PBT one. Alright, well, we'll just use this one here. The GMK set anyways. Yeah, it's fine. It might not be the perfect match to it, but I have to figure out where I put it now. I don't know what keyboard it ended up on. Weird. Just put a 1U. That would be funny. Oh, dude, this is gonna look crazy nice. Oh, wrong one. It's not scuffed. It's not scuffed. It's just not where it should be at the moment. That's all. That's all. That's all. Uh-oh. I think this might be a PBT one too. I gotta double check. Home goes here. F9 goes here. What was going on with that spacebar? Well, this spacebar is really warped. So maybe that's why I had this put to the side. See how warped this is? Do you see how bad this is? So that could be what's going on there. That, or I just didn't push it down enough because this one here was giving me problems. Holy. Yeah. Maybe there's a reason why I took it out of this? I have no clue. I might just pull another random white spacebar here. Actually, I need to fix this switch too. Okay, I'll do... Oh, what's going on here? These vintage switches are being kind of strange. Mod pipe. These vintage switches are... Yeah, see that one there just fell apart. Are we going to have some problems with these Vint switches? There might be some problems with these. Damn. They're too vintage? They actually might be... Maybe they're distorted. I might have to desolder a few of them. There could be some that are bad. Yeah, like that's fine. Yeah. Vints sound nice, but they're problematic. I don't know if I was telling this client. I think me and him had a conversation about this. But yeah, for example, I think I was telling this client, vintage switches can be problematic. On my personal boards with vintage switches, a lot of them end up having to get replaced. I'm going to probably just go in and just resolder these two switches down, make sure they're properly placed in, but they can have some problems. Like for example, my Mode Encore's vintage switches, I've had to replace about 5 or 6 switches now at this point here, just because they've just all died. So it's a chance you take. It's a chance, unfortunately, that you take. Actually, yeah, I do need to fix both of these. Maybe that's why this is not sitting nicely here. They just need to be reflowed and pushed down. Easy peasy. Dude, some vintage switches go for way more than that too. Way more than that. Some go for crazy amounts. Okay, let's put all the switches on, or the keycaps on, and see what I need to reflow. These are not the right ones. Oh, these are wrong too. These go over 1. I wonder if someone put a bag of 500 MX Blacks into an accelerated aging oven. That'd be funny. Why would you need to resolder these vents? Do vents have a problem like staying on the PCB? Well, there was a bit of solder already on these, so perhaps it just didn't seat properly, and I just got to like heat up the pin a little longer just to like push them in nicer. But they're also 3-pin, so sometimes they just don't sit properly, and that's the caveat to this. Is sometimes you have to go back in and slightly edit them a little bit with your soldering iron. So you could get one that just needs to be pushed in a little nicer here and there. It happens. It's not a big deal. Easy peasy fix anyways. Yeah. Especially over here, for example, where there's not really a lot of support for the switches. So 3 pins can be a little bit problematic as well. But also they're vintage, so it's like you're double whammied into this. Why are you taking the keycaps... Wait, why are you taking the keycaps off? Huh? What are you talking about? 7. And it is watching the stream in reverse. Don't worry. This guy's watching it backwards. That's crazy. He's in Tenet? Oh, my bad. I didn't realize. This guy never tells me anything, so... Never tells me shit. It's crazy. Is this the right space bar? I actually don't know. It's one of these two. Maybe. No, this is a P. I think that's P. But Tenet actually makes sense when you're high. I didn't like Tenet. I thought it was an overrated movie. I remember it coming out and everyone was talking about it, and I just thought it was meh. Tenet is a banger movie. IMO. You think so? I'm kind of on the fence with that one. Holy shit, these are... The scratch is crazy on these. That is nice. This board's gonna have texture to it. Absolutely. Where's the is this shift? No. Am I missing a few keycaps? Is this on another board that I just forgot to take shit off of? That's not the shift, is it? No, that's not it. It might be on another board. Oh no, here's the shift. Jesus, dude, I can't see shit. Who needs a left shift anyways? F12. There's Q. But you have huge glasses? Damn. I do. I really, really do. F2. Need this guy. And now I'm missing F10. Looks fun there. Do that. Top mount or O-ring? We're gonna start off with O-ring, just to see. There's this, and then I need the other alt. Actually, you know what'd be cool for this? Ah, fuck it. We'll just do alt. And then I need end, page up, and page down. So. I think that's the wrong one. I'll find out here in a second. Page up. And oh no, is that right? No, that's wrong. What the hell? It's the wrong page down. Why not use a novelty, especially since it's right there? For which key? For which key, Adam? That was the right key. What the hell am I talking about? Jeez. All right, let me go correct these. Also, where's F10? F10. Here it is. Okay, let me go correct these in F4. And then I'll figure out which spacebar I'm going to use for this. Novelty users? But I like novelties. Well, I used to actually not like novelties. I used to avoid buying novelty sets. But now I like them. Very nice. Brofrot pipe? I haven't put it on yet. Oh, but I put it in here, huh? It's okay. I'll go fish it out afterwards. But it's in the box? Yeah. We're gonna just reflow those two switches. Let's warm up the iron here. Yeah. How heavy is this compared to the tofu? This is a feather compared to the tofu. It is an absolute feather compared to it. For which movie, Jedi? Spyder TKL is 2.5 kilos. The Spyder has some weight to it, but I wouldn't say it's like overly weighty for what it is, if that makes sense. I don't think it's like terrible. Okay, so it's just these two switches need to be reflowed and pushed back in nicely. The enter key actually, I think, needs to be desoldered. I think the enter key is actually not good. Let's see. Let's put the enter back on it and see what happens. Oh no, we're good. Maybe it did need to be reflowed. I might... No, I don't like it. I'm going to desolder it because I think this particular switch is just not good. It might be a not good vintage switch. I don't like this one here. It feels weird. Okay, let me desolder it quickly. You know what though? Not bad. Out of all the switches we put in, there's only one that doesn't feel good. It's not bad. Not terrible. Not terrible at all. Maybe that switch thinks you are weird. Hey, you know what, man? Honestly, it could. It could think I'm weird. I'm looking to buy an Orbit in the next round of GBs. The Orbit's nice. The Orbit is real nice. Tell something's wrong with this switch. Actually, leave this on for now. Let's grab this. Please get a mustache cream sponsor. I'm begging you. Oh yeah, this switch is damaged. It's all right. One bad switch out of all of these. Not bad. Turn this one here on, off. Okay. I just dropped my ear pod. Spyder TKL. Yes, sir. We did a little Spyder today. Expect a Cloudline R2 in the mail soon. I put your name in there for content creators. Damn. What a nice guy you are. This guy's too freaking nice, dude. hopefully this fender looks and feels better. Yes. Much, much nicer. Now let's figure out our spacebar situation. It could be this warp spacebar. Let's just use a different one since we hot swapped it. We're gonna have to cherry pick which spacebar switch we want in here. Yeah, maybe not this one. One of the nice things about mil-maxing, I suppose. Time to use the pocket, Nixie? Maybe. Literally just have to cherry pick it, guys. Literally just have to cherry pick it. I am worried, though, if I'm being honest. I'm worried that as I start to type on this, I'm going to have to cherry pick a few more, and I don't have enough overall vintage switches to cherry pick from. I think I can do another 7 or something. We'll see. Again, one of the pitfalls of using vintage stuff. Bro, we'll see. Yes, sir. If Rabbit keeps making keys, I'm gonna go broke. Rabbit does make some nice stuff. You are not mounting? We O-ringed. We O-ringed, and then we're going to do top mount after this. Which apparently everyone's told me so far, top mount is the best for this board. But we shall see. But some people did type it up. Yeah, I had the O-ring on. You're all good, bro. You're all good. We only have the aluminum blade. I don't know if this board had options. I don't remember. You like dual mount for this, Elkhorn? Oh, interesting. Ooh. This is scratch heaven right now. Now, okay, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this with confidence because I've used a bunch of TKL O-rings. There's been like 1 or 2 O-ring TKLs that I end up really liking. Usually O-ring TKLs I feel like are kind of less than hit and miss. I sort of don't love O-ring TKLs. Yeah, like the Cloudline V1. I didn't like the Cloud V1 O-ring. Damn, this has serious scratch to it. I love it though. I love this. This is like texture for me, bro. I don't love the spacebar in this, so I'm gonna either try a different spacebar or maybe we'll just try the top mount. Like this is scratch heaven for me. It is very, very nice. Oh my god, dude. The F keys are... It's like tickling a part of my brain. You know what I mean? It's... Okay, the scratch is perfect. Let's try the top mount, though, and let's try... You know what? Maybe we'll try dual mount right now. Few people have said dual mount. I saw 2 or 3 chats saying dual mount kind of is pog for this, so... Yeah, again, I don't think the O-ring spacebar on this is like my fave. If I'm going to keep it a buck. I don't think it's my fave. I think we can tweak this. That was O-ring? Damn. Yeah, this was O-ring. So dual mount refers to us just leaving in the O-ring and then top mounting this. Yeah. Even without the top case, you can kind of tell it's a little flatter over here, but I think maybe if we screw this in, it'll be nicer. Let's see. Wait, Adam is a mod? He is. He is. All right. The Cloudline V1, I remember doing a dual mount too, and I really liked it. So maybe we'll get a very similar experience out of this. I'm hoping, you know. Top mount on this board is the best to me. Oh, Souls, thank you so much for the gift, man. I appreciate you. Thank you. That is very kind of you, bro. Hope you're having a good day. In your opinion, Milky Yellow KS3 switches should be filmed? Yes, 110%. I think Milky Yellows need the film. How often do you stream on YouTube? Whenever I can. There are some boards I don't stream on YouTube just because, like, they're gonna get a YouTube video anyways, so I don't bother doing double content for it because YouTube doesn't like that. But whenever I can. Got you, boss? Oh, bro, you're too kind. Oh, dude, I can already tell you the spacebar is coming to life. Maybe this does need to be top mounted. Maybe this is more of a top mount board. I can already tell, though. I can already feel it in my bones. And it... Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
How many Canadians does it take to change a light bulb? 2. 1 to change the light bulb and 1 to apologize to the darkness. I'm going to turn into a truck now. Carda ding ding church. Pack it up, pack it in. Let me begin.
That sounded like slam poetry. That was pretty good, ain't it? Do you do stand-up? That was pretty good. 6 out of 10? What do you guys rate And It's Joke? What do you guys all rate it? Give it an on... I do marriages and birthdays too? What's your rate? What do you charge? 7.2? That's actually a pretty good score, Kabu. Truly a modern classic. 3 out of 10, worn out joke. Your biggest critic is always going to be Adam. Oh, dude, this is immediately... Oh, dude, hell yeah, this is awesome now. This is beautiful. Oh my god, dude, this scratch is just... Everything sounds better. I'm gonna have to change out the shift key. I don't like it. I feel a click in it. It's not audible, but I feel it. Whatever. Such is vintage. This is top with O-ring. Damn. All right. Do we want to just try top as well, guys? This sounds really good as is right now. I don't know what top will change this into. We can try it if you guys want. Might as well. Yeah, I mean, like, who knows? Maybe the client will be like, yes, just do top, not the O-ring, but... Don't try and leave us now, buddy. I won't leave you guys. You know, we're going to do it. One more try here. I don't think I regret picking up an F1 over this, but damn, I would have regretted picking up this, picking this up instead either. I think this is a very good TKL. Was there plate options for this, like other than aluminum? I don't recall. So I do remember looking at the group buy sheet. I just don't remember if there was. Yeah, I think I probably personally would have went with plastic if I had bought one of these, or if I had purchased one of these rather. Probably would have went with that myself. I might just take the O-ring off without having to. No, you know what? Let's just take this apart. Let's be good about this. The only other thing I might want to try doing to this is a small force brake. But I don't know. I don't know if that's even necessary at the moment. Unnecessary? I don't think it is. But if we do hear some weird sounds and we kind of want to eliminate some, I think we're pretty good here with leaving in, oops, just leaving it in here with no force brake. I feel like this is a solid enough keyboard where we don't have to worry about that. Lamp force broke his proto, but he says it's more sensitive to the noises. Oh, so Lamp did force break it. Okay. What size Quirky desk pad do I use? I have all the sizes, but I think I mostly use the 65% one for almost everything. Lamp's got sensitive ears. Hey, you know what? Sometimes we all have sensitive ears too. Sometimes we over listen, you know? Did you watch Lamp post Roman? No, I didn't watch it. I didn't do anything after I streamed last night. And today I've just been working, so. Actually, even tomorrow morning now. I was supposed to have a chill-ish morning, but now I have to wake up early to do some stuff. Do a little bit of work first thing in the morning before I head down to eBay Tech store, you know? You gave yourself sensitive ears from IEMs, right? I think I actually hurt my ears from using IEMs for as long as I did. Truly, I think so. If they're collecting dust, I'll take the Andromedas off your hands. I might actually sell them. I don't really use them. It's my only IEM I really have left. I have a broken pair of Sony ones, and then that's it. I cannot offer money? Damn. No, but they're really damaged. Like, the paint's all chipped off anyways, so. Actually, guys, I might actually prefer just the TKL. Or the top mount. I think with the O-ring, it had a bit more of a base. Yeah, I know, I know. Yeah. I kind of, you know what? The alphas, I think, are nicer. I don't know. I don't know which one's nicest. So you like dual the most, Adam? What do you guys think? Honestly, I think dual sounded better. I prefer dual. Okay. Ultimately, I have to ask the client what they prefer. I do want to try one thing, though. We're going to try changing the spacebar. I want to see what this sounds like. I know we kind of have to go vintage here to match the scratch. But I am curious as to what like an MX2A would sound like here. Just a regular schmegular MX2A. Actually, not that much different. Yeah, not that much different. I'm not shocked, but interesting. Cool. Could you put the Andromedas in the giveaway? Damn, that'd be a hell of a giveaway. Oh boy, putting this back in now is, there we go. It's tough work. Yeah, almost no difference. Okay, interesting. Yeah, okay, maybe I do prefer dual now. The spacebar definitely has a bit more of like an echo to it, but ultimately I'll message the client afterwards and then we can figure it out. Balancing stabs are important, but they're not game breaking. Interesting. I do love the way these sound. Toasty, how you doing, man? How you doing? Such a beautiful shade of blue. Yeah, I think it turned out great. I love the way you sound. All right, well, I'll let the client decide what they like better. I do think the dual mount system sounded the best. It's a good sounding board. Have you compared its clack to other top mount TKLs you've tried? I don't think I have any like pre-prepared to show people, but speaking out of my own personal preferences, I think this with an aluminum plate, I'm surprised I like it. I usually, like if I'm doing top mount, to be honest with you guys, I'm usually 99% of the time going plastic. So it's rare that I personally like a top mount with, what's it called? A top mount with aluminum plates. Uncommon top mount, yeah. This is obviously not my board, but it's pretty rare that I like this. There's the LED on this too. Toasty, thank you so much for the sub, man. I appreciate it.
Love your steams.
Thank you, dude. What is the best site to look up boards and cases? Do they have a good site for that anymore? I feel like there was a few, but they're kind of gone. Discord? Yeah, maybe Discord. Yeah, maybe. Hey, you know what? I know what he meant. He meant stream. I mispronounce things all the time, too. Vendor list could be good, too. Yeah, my vendor list on thing there, too. And Steam Yams? Steam Yams. All right. I'm vibing with that. Steam Buns. Teha types. Most of the websites for customs are dead. Yeah. I was cooking before that? You forgot stuff in the store? No way the stream is still going? But it's only been 2 hours. I would have loved to see this as a plastic plate too. Like, low key, I think a plastic plate would have been amazing. But I am genuinely shocked how much I like the aluminum plate too. Is that the mant on top? It is. It is. It was 90 minutes of stab? No, I had to solder it. It was a vintage switches too, so they weren't going in 100% as nice as I wanted to. But we soldered and stuff. About finish. Okay, you know what, guys? Leave me alone. I use Alex's Discord for research and keep stuff. It's pretty good, I have to admit. Like, the Discord has a lot of valuable information, I feel, in it. But alright, guys. Good stream. Good stream. This is the tangerine one, but it's the... I mean, I think I mix-matched it now, but it's supposed to be the copper bottom one. I don't actually have the orange in person. Actually, I'm kind of curious. What does a vintage switch sound like in this? This is actually, believe it or not, I forgot to tell you guys, this is a granite spacebar. Because the Orange Boy switch was too aggressive for the spacebar, so I switched it to a granite. It was way too aggressive. I forgot to tell you guys I did change that. It's the only switch that's changed on this. Bull and I are going to have a chart for you guys very soon. So, one thing we're adding that I think is important to tell you guys about too, that I found really helps with the overall Manta sound signature, but I'm also not sure it's going to matter. Here, let me actually speak on this for a second because this is interesting. Okay. The Manta currently for the hot swap unit, there are points of contact where it touches the bottom by accident. So those have been adjusted. But one thing that I put in here is just a very thin sheet of those really tiny sheets of Poron material that just break contact. After I broke all the contact from the top and the bottom, this is what the board sounds like. So I think for the end goal is that the final production run doesn't really need that thin sheet, but we're adding it anyway. So everyone who orders a Manta should get a thin sheet of Poron just to put on the bottom, just like to break like an ESD sheet, like what Geon does, because even some of the plates will be more bouncy and flexy than others. So either way, I would say this is like a really good how the board should sound at the end. This is, believe it or not, it's not a plate that I thought I'd love, but this is the polypropylene plate. This is PP. It has been a banger on the prototypes for the Manta. I think both Bull and I have been really vibing with the PP plate. It has been extremely good. I'm probably going to bring this one, and then if I have room, I'll bring the other one. I think I should be able to bring this. I'll just bring like a backpack or something. Are we doing a stream using the strip you're talking about? No, I did this on my own time. This was just when I was talking with Bull, trying to figure out, okay, like what else should we include in the box, and that was it. It's a nice board. I have been genuinely loving this thing. It's been super, super nice. Look at that thing. Look how beautiful this fin is. I love it. Turned out so good. I think the production version should sound literally exactly like this. Which, that's a good thing because this sounds exactly like this. And it's not the finalized unit. So, basically the only thing you shouldn't need to do is put tape on the bottom. It literally is going to be the exact same thing. The only thing is you won't have to put the little pieces of tape to break the contact of the hot swap sockets. And then you're going to have lots of flexibility. But I can go over it again. So I'm going to have one last Manta stream on... What day are we having that stream? I'll tell you guys right now. Dirty! You missed all the sound tests. But I can give you another one. Dirty, I think we're going to go back and do dual mount. So the O-ring plus the top mount. it sounded the best. For some reason, I like the alphas a little bit more on just the top. But the spacebar and the modifiers did sound better with O-ring plus top mount. But right now, just in top mount, just because we were testing things. But the last Manta stream that I'm going to be doing will be August 28th. And I'll go over everything with you guys in case you guys want to know like literally everything about the Manta again. So it'll be a very, very full informational stream. All right. So, Dirty. Here is just top mount, but again, we're probably going to go back to putting the O-ring in as well. Oh, it's plugged in. Jeez, I'm like typing random things right now. In random places. Hold on. I forgot it's plugged in. Yeah, do you hear the... Oh, cool. I'm going to unplug it. Do you hear the scratch? Do you hear that? Unfortunately, though, Dirty, I think there has been... Is it this one here? This one and then 2 other switches. You have 3 bad switches with the vintage. So there are some unfortunate casualties of your vintage switches. And I think this one too. I don't like the way this one here is feeling right now. It feels a bit stiff. So I'm going to have to desolder one more switch. But I did have to desolder the enter key because it wasn't nice. But we'll see. It's weird, but my spacebar does not sound the same. I'm using MX2As in top. Mine is more clacky. Could be a variety of reasons. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure, my friend. I actually just try a different spacebar. Could be this bananaed spacebar like I showed you guys. This is a pretty warped spacebar, so let me just try a non-warped one. I don't know. Do you guys think that sounds different? It could be stabs as well. It could be like your stab choice. Maybe these need to be tuned a little bit more, but it could be a bunch of things. Although I don't think it's the stabs. I really don't. They're just cherry clip-ins. All right. Well, I'm gonna go and open this back up. Mine sounded the same when I did top. Yeah, I think this sounds pretty normal. The only other thing I wouldn't mind trying, Dirty, which actually I'm kind of down to do now if you are. Do you want me to force break this ever so slightly? Because I do personally, and this is my personal opinion here, I feel like there are certain keys that I can hear a little bit of resonance that I personally, like if this was my board, I'd probably force break this just to get rid of some of that noise in certain areas. But let me open this up actually now, and let's just dual mount it for you. I thought stream ended. Oh, did I click end? Oh no, shit, we're good. Let's dual mount this for you right now. But yeah, that's the only other thing I would say, like, if you're down to let me do, I think we should. I think it'll make it cleaner in some areas. A BCP spacebar? That's too aggressive. Too aggressive. Yeah, see, like... Yeah, I do think we need a little bit of a force break, guys. Just ever so slightly. Let's go dual mode. I actually don't mind a bit of resonance. Okay. If you prefer the resonance, then you are in the right. This is your board after all, my friend. But yeah, you'll hear the dual mount. It's actually quite nice. What are your top 2 picks for the best sounding TKLs? Actually, this was really nice. This might be a top contender, but other than that, I really like my Kaze. The Kaze is beautiful. Also, the Cloudline V2 is really, really nice as well. I'll give it to the Cloudline. That was an awesome change up from the V1. The F1, actually, yeah, my bad. The F1 was nice. Honestly, also to say this too, despite it having some, you know, unfortunate kind of launch with us taking a look at it, I did really like the Tofu TKL. Oh, we need to top mount this. What am I doing? The Tofu TKL was actually really nice too. It has a really pleasant sound signature. It just needs those little fixes, which they said they're going to do. So, I liked it. Actually, you know what? This in a burger mount too would also slap. Tofu F1 design, even the feet, it is kind of F1-ish. The fixes were implemented the next day after your stream. I know, kind of crazy. Kind of crazy for that. I feel flattered that they took my stream as advice. I'm very flattered. Kind of wild. Okay. Also, I also want to point this out too, because I think I saw a comment about this earlier, and I was gonna say something, but I forgot. If your stabilizers don't sound good right off the rip, I know this sounds really pretentious to say, but there is kind of a weird break-in period with stabs where the lube kind of has to settle properly, and you may need to do like a second application. So don't feel bad if your stabs are kind of funky for like the first day or two. A lot of the times I feel like they settle in very nicely. Lube gotta migrate? Yeah, they kind of do have to do that. Because I've had stabs where like, even I've been scratching my head being like, yo, did I screw up? And then a day later I'm like, wait, why is this fire now? I know someone's saying the Angry Meow are the best sounding keyboards. Who said that? Angry Meow makes good foamy keyboards. BDZ probably won't migrate now. But if you're using the stuff that I do, then it probably will. Gravity lube? A little gravity lubricant. Alright, let's see what this sounds like for dirty here. Yeah, already you can tell. Actually, you know what? You guys are right. I do think the spacebar sounds way better with dual. So it has the resonance. Yeah, it does sound way better with dual. Wow, that's actually crazy. I think going back and forth, you can tell now. I do want to tune up the spacebar just a smidge bit more here. I'm really liking dual. Yeah, it sounds way better. Don't go anywhere, you motherfucker. Okay. Yeah, okay. Can definitely hear a little bit of that nice like metallic-iness plus the scratch. Like you can hear it, like especially on the alphas. So. The one thing I do kind of also want to... I'm kind of glad we mil-maxed it, by the way, Dirty. I almost feel like... I'm going to give you a spring. If anything, just remind me. I feel like maybe you should put a 70 gram or a 65 gram in the spacebar. For some reason, I don't feel like it's giving enough, like... give. Like, it's not going as fast as I'd like. I think that's just sort of how much friction is in this switch. So I think going with a stronger spring might be the vibe here, but you can just literally take it out. It's mil-maxed. Yeah, they typically do. They typically usually would have like a 70 gram or 65 or something. Vince work with Milmax? Yeah. Well, technically, yeah. Why wouldn't they? Oh my god. You're just gonna have to like be aware that Milmax Vince, the pins are a little thicker. So they might not go in as easy, but just make sure, yeah, just literally what Cheeseman said. If you guys saw what I was doing, I was just taking my soldering iron and just like wiping down the excess solder. So just make sure it's just like enough's gone. That's all. The 3 legs doesn't matter. As long as the plate supports it, it's fine. It'll be a tight fit, but it'll work. All right, though, guys. Fun stream. Dirty, I hope you enjoyed the... the sound tests here. The board sounds fantastic. Oh, dude, you're all good. You're all good. The board sounds fantastic. I hope you guys had a good day, man. Oh shit, my Mac is doing that thing again where if I double backspace, it auto puts the period after something. I need to turn that feature off. Another banger? I have to admit, the Spyder TKL is nice. You guys were right. It is a nice board. Throwing Muted on this with Mr. Sleeves. Oh, that's going to be beautiful. That is going to be very pretty. All right, let's go right, Patty. I think she's building a 40% or something. All right, guys. You guys have a good one. Love you guys. See you tomorrow night around 7 p.m. tomorrow. And then for anyone who's going to be at Keybay Tech tomorrow, see you then as well. Bye, everyone. Love you and talk to you guys very, very soon. Bye, everybody.